Exciting stuff, guys. So if you watch Mad Sociologist videos, or maybe you read Mad Sociologist essays on the Substack or the Mad Sociologist blog, then you have been observing the evolution of a larger sociological project, a lot of theoretical work that I call Democracies of the Streets. And Democracies of the Streets is a frame for looking at the interactions between power, democracy, and human agency. And if you read any of my works, then you know that all of my work pretty much revolves around these three ideas and trying to figure out exactly what these things are. Well, I've been working on this for an embarrassing number of years, just an embarrassing number of years. I don't want to even go into it. But I finally got it to a point where I think I got a cohesive theoretical frame that I can commit to paper, start putting out, and see if anybody wants to participate and argue and discuss and disagree and figure out where this is going. If you want to do that, sign on to my Substack, and you'll start seeing some of this stuff coming out. You learn how to do that. But for right now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a component of this theoretical frame. I've elaborated this in other videos, so it's not entirely new. But I wanted to take a component of this frame and apply it to something going on right now. And the component that I want to talk about is the laws of institutions. Ooh, oh my God, my sociology nerds just went, because we're not comfortable talking about immutable laws. This isn't physics. This is in many ways a lot harder, right? But humor me for a second. Now, specifically, I want to talk about what I call the first law of institutions. The first law of institutions is that the primary function of an institution is to perpetuate itself. It is to survive. It is analogous to a living organism. We're working in a little Durkheim there, right? So it is analogous to a living organism that wants to survive. It does this in many ways by shaping discourse. In other words, which is just a fancy way of saying telling stories, right? It tells stories about what it does, the validity of what it does, and encourages people to participate and actually take part in what they do. Now, let's say you're somebody, you love ICE. You think ICE is a great thing. ICE is doing wonderful stuff. It's taking care of, it's taking out those people. It's getting rid of those people. And I'm afraid of those people. They make me uncomfortable. So I support ICE. I'm wonderful. I love ICE. You're a fascist, right? But either way, you support ICE. You think it's great. They're rounding up all the brown people. They're putting them in concentration camps. They're kicking them out of the country. All right, well, let's say that ICE is 100% successful with what they did, right? Let's say they've rounded up all of the immigrants and they've kicked them out or they put them in concentration camps. And they've rounded up all of the immigrant-y looking people because you know what, they could be dangerous too. Maybe they're citizens, maybe they're not, but they make me uncomfortable, so let's just get rid of them. We got rid of them. They're gone. Mission accomplished, right? We are now an economically stagnant backwater. So mission freaking accomplished, right? Well, all right. Well, good for you. You got what you wanted. What do you suppose ICE is going to do now? What do you suppose all of those people that have been trained and work and have dedicated themselves to ICE are going to do? What about all those systems that have been put into place? What about all those laws that have been passed? What about the billions of dollars that have been spent on this endeavor? You think they're all just going to pack all that up and just crawl back under the fetid fecal fossils that they've crawled out from under? No. They're going to tell a story about the value of their continued existence. And they're going to go after another group of those people. Well, maybe they'll go after the me and us people who think like me. And that's okay too. Let's get rid of those guys. We don't like those guys either. But once they get rid of us, what are they going to do? At some point, they're going to work their way back around to you. They got to have somebody to go after. This is why it's really important when human beings set up these institutional entities, these organizations like ICE, it's important that we focus and we make sure that the institutions and organizations we set up to do the work that we need done is work that advances the cause of humanity and human agency and human rights and human dignity. Because otherwise, that institution is eventually going to come back around and eat its own.